How we all going this morning? Lowy here, back on the river. Just come for a bit of a quick flick. It was cold this morning heading up the river. It was real foggy too. But I'm not going to hang around too long today. It's just going to be a few hours then home. Get out before the wind gets up and the crowds get too big. Right up, let's get into it. We've got the first fish on. What is that? Is it a bass or an estuary perch? Interesting. Estuary perch. Come on board, mate. Welcome to Lowy's Fishing. Not a bad EP either. Very nice. There we are, guys. Nice EP. Certainly didn't expect that to open the account, but I'll take it. Look at the size of the mouth on these guys. Absolutely massive. But he just snaffled out that Trans Am. Good way to kick things off anyway. We'll get him back in the water. Another fish on. Let's put the Trans Am back on. Took the prawn off. Straight on. Oh, well, a couple of different species already. Flatty and an EP. How you going, Mr. Flathead? Possibly misses. Who would know? Enjoy your holidays, mate. Can't beat the early starts. It's so quiet and peaceful. Especially on the windy days. If you can get out early, you might get a tiny bit of reprieve from the breeze. Doesn't always work out like that, but this morning it's really nice. So we'll make the most of it. We got a bite. What do we got on? It's swimming right out this way. We got a little Jewie. Is it a Jewie or an EP? I think it's an EP. How well is he hooked? Reasonable. Beautiful estuary perch. Good size too. That's the second reasonable one I've caught this morning. Absolutely thumped it. Thought it might have been a small Jewie, but just an EP, but it's a good EP. Very nice. We'll get this fella back in the water. We'll get back out there, see if we can get a couple more fish. Beautiful and peaceful out here, but not a whole lot of bites happening, so I'm going to make a quick move. Hopefully we can find some fish. It's been a while, but we got one. We don't have one yet, but we've got a bite. Next best thing. It's not massive, but it's something. The move paid off pretty quick. That's the first drift on this wall. Hasn't done a whole lot. It's got a bit of fight in him for a small one. We'll get the net just to make sure. Geez, not a very good net job. Well, there we go. That's what we came up the river for. Catch a dewey. It's not a big dewey, but we got one, so I'm happy with that. A couple of EPs in this nice little dewey. They're just beautiful looking fish. Have a go at it. They're awesome. Even the little ones look awesome. Righto, champion. Thanks for jumping on board. We'll send you back to the depths. Hopefully have a good Christmas. Stoked with that. Target species acquired. Wasn't a big one, but that's what we came for, so mission accomplished. See if we can get a bigger one now. You never know your luck. Well, look at that. Is it a calf? Is it a reindeer? Who would know? But he's definitely getting into the Christmas spirit. Good on you, mate. Good to see. See if this dare can give me a bit of dewey power, because at the moment it's pretty slow. Well, first cast after the dare, and I'm on a flathead. Knew it'd bring me some luck. I was hoping for jewfish luck, but we'll take this lizard anyway. Nice to meet you, mate. Most likely a flatty one, would assume. No, I think I've seen silver. What do we got? A brimbo. It's all happening today. Nice mix of species. There we go, guys. Nice brim. Keeping with today's pattern of not big fish. Just a decent one. Alright, mate, off you go. Probably never mentioned it before in any of the videos, but every time I cast out, before I do it, I always wind the bail arm around. So right where the point where it trips, so just to there, and then I cast out. That way it stops the reel handle swinging around and the bail arm shutting when I don't want it to, and your lure or your bait, your sinker, whatever it is, flying off. So there's one point in each rotation where that bail will flick over, and if you just manually move it around to that point before you cast, that'll stop that from happening. Hopefully that helps someone not lose a lure or a hook and sinker and whatnot. Quick tip on jig heads. Each plastic's different, so you kind of need a different weight for them. Paddle tails sink a lot slower than something like these prawns. So the prawns don't have that tail there, so they don't get the same drag as what a paddle tail would. So a 3/8 jig head on a prawn will sink faster than a 3/8 jig head on a paddle tail. And also another thing a lot of people might not know is all the plastics, they all come in different material. Some materials float and they're far more buoyant than others. That'll affect the sink rate as well. If you look at something like a Bait Junkie 7-inch paddle tail, they pretty much will just float across the surface. But if you put on a 7-inch jerk shad and threw it out in the water, it will just sink down. So you need different size jig heads for different situations. Well, hopefully those tips help you guys a bit with your jig head selection. And wind dependent and current dependent too will also make a difference in what weight you want. Righto, I think that'll do us. It's 10 o'clock, wind's starting to pick up. It was only going to be a short trip, At least I got a small dewy, that's what the target was. A couple of EPs, some brim flatted as well. All in all, good quick trip. Alright guys, we're back on the water. Follow-up video from the other day. Got blown off the water pretty early. Could only spend a few hours out there. Looks absolutely beautiful this morning. 5 o'clock, so it's pretty dark. We'll get into this fishing. Hopefully we can get a few fish before it gets windy again. Just added to the last one I did. Right up, let's go. Right, yeah, we've got one on. It's only 5 o'clock in the morning, so it's pretty dark. We got ourselves a little dewy anyway. There we are guys, a couple of casts in, a little schoolie. Nothing big, but it's good to get a fish this early anyway. 5 o'clock in the morning. Right out, let's get it back in the water. Not sure what this is, could be a flathead. There we are, nice little flatty. Something different anyway. Another bite. Just feels like a small schoolie. Yep. Another nice little one. Only real small ones this morning so far, but it's better than catching no fish. Good start anyway, while the wind's gone. Alright, what do you reckon, mate? Get out of here? They cruise along the top for a while before they swim off. I've seen a couple do that. Nice and calm out here at the moment. It's really good. Not too many bites. We've got 2 small dewies and a flatty. Be good to get a good bite early. Get a couple of numbers up before I go home. The wind again today is just howling. It's been a bad year for wind. Seems every time I go fishing, you only get a small window before it picks up. And a lot of the times it's blowing like 25 k's plus. But I got to try and make the most of it at the moment while it's quiet. Nice and still. Be nice to get a good fish. Never know, could happen, might not happen. I'll enjoy the day no matter what. Well, the morning. Probably go home and do some editing after fishing. Try and get this video up for you guys. It's only a small one, but it's something. And you get. There we go, guys. Just a real little one. Little soapy. We'll get it back out there. Good to catch a fish. This is a little bit better than the other ones. It's not massive, but it's a little bit better. Probably jellies there in the water. Yeah, it's just another smaller one. Bigger than the last one, but still not big. Good fight on him. Righto, mate. Go and enjoy your holidays. We got another fish on. Feels similar size to the other ones. Haven't really had any big bites yet this morning. But we've got a few fish, so that's always a good thing. Is that a brim or a dewy? If it's a brim, it's a decent fish. Hey, it's a brim. Oh, well, there we go. Not a dewy, but a brim. Decent sized brim too. Happy with that. Never say no to a decent brim. He put up a good fight. Made me think it was a little schoolie. But no, just a brim. Right, champ, we'll get you back in. Water's nice and warm. This feels like a small flatty. It's a tiny flatty. Wow. That's got to be the smallest flathead I've caught in a long, long time. See the size of this thing. It's palm size. They'll still spike you, but you got to be careful with them. Alright, mate, off you go. I think we've got another flatty the very next cast. A little bit bigger. Heading in the right direction anyway. There he is. They're both just on that Bait Junkie 3-inch prawn in skin shrimp colour. That was a better bite. A lot more weight in this one than the ones this morning. It's not doing a whole lot now, but I still think it's probably the fish of the day so far. Oh, how good is this? Beautiful morning. Nice and calm and still. It's pretty warm. That's about the only downside. His tail's slapping into the line there. But just hooked up on a nice, calm, beautiful morning. It's as good as it gets. There he is, nice little schoolie. Got a little right down there in his gob. Whoa. He's gone off. How you going, buddy? There we are, guys. Beautiful looking little dewy. No giant, but so much fun. Especially in these nice, calm, beautiful conditions. It's as good as it gets. Not at work, out fishing. Catching gorgeous dewies. You! Righto, we'll get you back. Look at the colours on them. Such a cool fish. My favourite. Righto, mate, let's get you out of here. Similar to the most of the ones in the river. They're not like huge dewies. They're not like meteries all the time. They're usually between, I don't know, 50 to sort of 80 centimeters, but they're good fun, good to catch. Right, over on another one. Just sucked it in right near the boat. Just staying down low there in the water at the moment. Where are you going, mate? Feels like another little schoolie. Yep. Very nice. Welcome aboard, mate. Yeah, I just switched over to one of these. Little Savvy Lures plastic, little paddle tail. Sucked it in nice. There he is. Another little one. Not a big one again. Sucked in that little paddle tail there, pretty cool. Good fight on it. Righto, buddy, we'll get you back. Try and get your mum or dad. Got teeth on them. What is this? Brim. Didn't feel like a dewie. There we go. Not a bad brim again. The one earlier was better. This one's still not too bad. Still be legal. Oh, got it in there good. Alright, mate, off you go. Definitely feels like a brim. Way it's diving down there with those head shakes. Certainly doesn't feel like a flathead. Brim or an EP maybe. Brim, yeah. Felt like one. Just the way they lunge. That's not a bad brim at all, that guy. Nice and weighty. Good set of teeth on him. Alright, mate, off you go. Alright, I've got another bite. Just picked it up coming off the edge. Oh, what is it? Flatty. Not a bad lizard. Probably be able to lift him in, I reckon. Maybe not. And not. Oh well. Righto guys, that's going to wrap it up for the 2 morning sessions. Starting to get a bit breezy. It's about 10:15. Wind's kicking in, so I'm going to bail out. Hopefully you guys had a good Christmas and have a good New Year. I'll see you all in 2025. Take it easy.